In this video I'm going to talk about the compatibility between INTP and ENFJ personality types for a long-term relationship. Hi, my name is Sam, and today we're going to be talking about the compatibility between INTP and ENFJ personality types in relationships. If you want to find out more information on what these two personalities are like, head over to watch now. When it comes to compatibility, there is always a thought that opposites attract. But what about those cases where the same type but of different functions, intuiting and feeling, end up together? Although Myers-Briggs indicates that INTPs and ENFJs are not ideal for each other, does this mean they won't end up together in a relationship? INTPs are analytical thinkers, meaning that they value objective logic. They are likely to be interested in the big picture and have an excellent ability to recognize patterns. A sign of being an INTP is that you are an introvert, meaning that the vast majority of the time you prefer being alone to being around other people. You enjoy thinking about abstract concepts and engaging in intellectual conversations. You tend to shy away from physical or emotional closeness with others. You are also likely to dislike routine and structure, which is why the idea of dating an ENFJ may seem incompatible at first. ENFJs are warm people-focused individuals who often use their intuition to understand other people's feelings. They tend to be sociable and outgoing, but they want their loved one to appreciate them for who they are on the inside rather than for what they can do for them. For this reason, it might take some time for INTPs, and most other types, before they open up emotionally enough to be able to form a deep connection with ENFJs. According to Carl Gustav Jung's psychological types, an INTP prefers introversion, intuition, thinking, and perceiving, while an ENFJ prefers extroversion, feeling, judging, and perception. This means these two types have opposite preferences, meaning they will likely click from time to time. For example, an introvert may enjoy the time spent with the ENFJ, because of their extroverted nature and people skills. An intuitive may enjoy how thorough and action-oriented the ENFJ is, even if it means to try something new, like a new restaurant or place to visit. A thinker may be relieved and relaxed around an ENFJ that prefers only to discuss facts, meaning the INTP has more free time for his. The opposite can also be said. An introvert may not appreciate the ENFJ's social interactions. An intuitive may get worn out from all the talking. A thinker will likely lose patience with too much focus on what should be done. However, other than types compatibility, other factors may arise that may cause one to question the compatibility of INTPs and ENFJs. Some say that ENFJs are too nice for an INTP, meaning they feel like their independence is squashed. An ENFJ naturally wants to mother their partner, which can get on the nerves of an INTP who prefers his/her personal space. There is also the thought that if both partners are thinking types, then they will likely clash because of how similar they are, i.e., stubbornness, directness in communication, etc. This may be true for some cases but not always, especially when it comes to feeling types, where creativity and spontaneity go hand in hand together with these two personality types. According to the Myers-Briggs Foundation, those with a feeling preference value harmony and cooperation. This means they will work well with others as long as everyone's needs are met. So if an INTP wants to spend some time alone or some time away from their partner or friends for that matter, then this is not likely to be a concern of the ENFJ. And although we know opposites attract, we also know that people tend to gravitate towards those who share similar interests and values, thus creating a relationship where both partners feel comfortable and satisfied. Which, considering the qualities listed previously, thoughtfulness, creativity, etc., can lead one to conclude it might be possible for INTPs and ENFJs. An INTP's lack of interest in emotions makes him difficult for many types to relate to, but others might find it refreshing. While they appear rather aloof on the surface, INTPs are actually very emotionally complex individuals who have had a lifelong struggle with catching up to their emotions. ENFJs tend to fall in love quickly and easily due to their powerful imaginations, but that's just one reason why this match is not made in heaven. Here are 7 more. 1. The ENFJ might become too clingy too soon, leaving the INTP feeling overwhelmed by expectations he didn't sign up for. This type of behavior pushes him away, even though it's done with good intentions, thus creating a push-pull effect that can be difficult for both of them to deal with. 2. INTPs are more likely to see the ENFJ as a friend rather than as a romantic partner or wife. Most people have to live on a limited budget. This is especially true the more the ENFJ tries to be someone she's not, the more of an uphill battle it can become for her. 3. Both parties have incredible love and admiration for each other but don't know how to show it on a regular basis. One reason is that they place different values on emotional expression. While both types experience emotions with great intensity, INTPs tend to limit this type of behavior in order to avoid uncomfortable feelings, while ENFJs tend to repress their feelings due to similar fears about vulnerability and intimacy. This repression creates tension that eventually breaks through, resulting in behavior that is often completely out of proportion to what is really bothering them. 4. ENFJs are dominant types, meaning they want their partner to take the lead in most social situations, while INTPs tend to prefer following rather than leading. This can create some problems when it comes time for the relationship to move forward, because neither party has any idea how he or she should act with his or her new boyfriend or girlfriend. 5. The INTP's penchant for debate and argument is likely to be met with resistance by an ENFJ who tends to place more value on harmony than on intellectual rigor, at least in this context. While the INTP will enjoy pushing her boundaries, this type of behavior may overwhelm or intimidate the ENFJ depending on his or her temperament. 6. The INTP is a thinker and an ENFJ is a feeler, meaning the former is more interested in ideas and theories while the latter wants to know how those ideas make him or her feel. As a result, they often have difficulty understanding one another's points of view. 7. It's unlikely that either will find very much time alone with his own thoughts because he will probably spend most of his downtime together with the other party. This means there won't be enough alone time for either person to process what he or she is feeling without discussing it with their partner first. Since neither type particularly enjoys bringing up touchy subjects, this creates a potentially explosive environment in which something is bound to go wrong. Every relationship has its challenges, and this one's no exception. If ENFJs and INTPs want their relationship to work, they will both need to make a concerted effort to understand each other's needs and feelings better, especially the INTP. They may also need to incorporate some of these suggested compromises into their daily routines. The ENFJ should learn that less is more when it comes to affection and try not to smother him, her with too much. The INTP should learn how important touch can be for his or her partner and how to reciprocate affection without feeling too overwhelmed by it. He or she should also try not to debate with the ENFJ at times when he or she is tired, hungry, stressed out, etc., so as not to undermine their more vulnerable feelings. Both types may benefit from visiting a relationship counselor who specializes in MBTI theory, since this person will have a better understanding of their unique needs and challenges. MBTI coaches are more likely to be familiar with type differences that can affect relationships in ways neither party could have foreseen on his/her own. Only time will tell if these two types are truly compatible for one another, but they might find suitable compromise easier said than done for reasons they're unlikely to understand on their own. Still, their willingness to better understand each other's needs and feelings may determine whether they can live happily ever after or not. What do you think? Do these differences affect the relationship in a negative way, or is this couple destined for success built on mutual understanding and compromise? Share your thoughts about these two types of people and how best to make them happy in the comment section below.